to do, we're going to use just your generic large fry pan. It's nice and hot. I'm going to stay healthy here because I'm going to use a little bit of this canola spray oil. Get it nice and ready to roll because the key is we want it to sear on the outside quickly.
So what's your heat set on?
It's going to be on high, really high.
Can you show me what it looks like? Thank you.
So get that nice and hot and ready to roll. And this has been waiting on me, so I'm going to pick my turkey burger back up. I'm going to make these fairly large because I have large buns. You know what that means. So anyway, so here we go with turkey burgers. We're going to go and just slap that in there like that. I'm going to do another large one.
Another really good tip about making any kind of burger is you never actually want to flatten the burger. A lot of people think that by flattening the burger it'll cook better, but actually what it does is
it gets all of the oils out from the inside of the burger and makes your burger dry. So you should never ever squash your burger down.
No bueno. I got yelled at by the chef.
That's right. So we're just going to make a nice large one. So you can see with roughly a pound, you'll make enough for 2 people, possibly 3.
Or 4.
Or 4 if you're a petite, you know, woman or man or whatever. And so anyway, good size. So if you have you know, twice the number of people, obviously double the recipe. Really simple, really easy. So we're just going to get that nice and hot. Going to give it a good char all over. You can see the Gruyere cheese in there. You can see some of the red onions, some of the pepper. Actually, I think I'm going to add a little more pepper because I like to see a lot more pepper than what's in there. Okay, so I'm going to put a little more ground up black pepper on there because I like to see my pepper. If you can't, when you're seasoning this, you really want to make sure you see lots of flecks of pepper. Like I said, it never seems like you can add enough pepper to this concoction to make it taste good because the flavoring is going to come from your peppers. We're going to go a little easy on the salt, so make up for it with a good pepper. So a little bit more, just a little more cayenne. This is a little finer. White pepper. Ooh, lots of white pepper. Oh my. And it's going to move that around just a little bit. Keep that from sticking. There we go. Nice and thick turkey burgers.
Oh my goodness.
She's chopping sweet potatoes. Note to class, you see how she's chopping with her index finger on the knife like that? You really shouldn't be doing that. Her hand needs to be more in the middle of the knife. There she goes.
You probably also should be cutting on a paper towel unless you want to be eating paper towel and your taters.
Well, we do have a good cutting board.
Somewhere. Who knows where it is.
But we can't all be cool like me and chopping on wood. Okay, so here we go. We have a nice little, not too deep, somewhat shallow little fry pan going on here. We put olive oil, pure olive oil in here. Pure olive oil has a higher heat, can withstand higher heat better than extra virgin. So for frying like this, that you have to get it to the optimal temperature, really, really hot, you need to use a high heat type oil. And olive oil, pure olive oil is better for this. And we wanted to make it slightly healthier using the pure olive oil. And It imparts a really good flavor with the sweet potatoes. So that's what we have going on. We're going to check it to see how hot it is right now. And one of the ways that we do that is I like to just use the water test. You hear that? It's jumping. That means it's ready.
Okay. So what I have here, I have 2 sweet potatoes. And what I did was I actually, I want to leave the skins on because the flavor is really good. But I went ahead and scooped out the eyes. Ah, there they are. Okay. So what I'm going to do, of course I scrubbed and washed the taters. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to use the vegetable peeler and peel it straight into the oil because I think it tastes really good to have little, they're almost like sweet potato chips. They're super good. But then I also cut sweet potato fries so you can have something that more like steak fries if you want to have the traditional hamburger fries. But these are going to be like sweet potato chips, which I think taste better because they're crunchy and they have more flavor from the oil and they're just my favorite. So you have to be really careful doing this because you might get some oil on you from the splashback. So if you want to be more on the safe side, you can just into a bowl first and then dump them in. But I'm just going to straight into the
fry pan.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to put this one here. We'll do one at a time. And they're going to be different sizes, but it's okay. You can do them however you want. They're your sweet potato fries. And this is something I just made up. I don't know if anyone's done it before, but I think they're pretty tasty. And what I have waiting over here is I have a paper towel. I have a plate underneath so I can scoop them out with this guy and then just put them on there, and that's pretty much it. So. And it's pretty easy to tell when they're done. They look like fries. They look done. So.
That looks really yummy. I love them when they're thin like that. It's just like eating a light, airy little chip.
Yeah, it's kind of like those new vegetable chips that you see everywhere. Except not quite as healthy because they're not baked. But they do taste pretty dandy. Okay, I'm going to do that just for now because I don't want to put too much in there. I have them not cooked properly. So we're going to leave that in there for now. Kind of keep an eye on it. I want to poke it a little. Kind of stir them up a little bit. See how they're kind of clumping up like that and getting nice and folded, and they just look so good. You can see how they're getting brown instead of like all of the orange colors going away and they're becoming more brown. So they look really good already. So I'd say just give it a couple minutes. You can tell when they're done because they get crispy. So just kind of, you know, just keep stirring them so they don't stick, and that's it. So this is not what you want from your sweet tater chips. I wasn't paying attention and
novice.
They got burned. So luckily we've got more. Yeah, they're not supposed to look like this. So I mean literally they're only going to be in there for a couple of minutes at the most. More like 30 seconds to 60 seconds. Not long at all. So we're going to try this again. Okay, so here we go, round 2, sweet potato chips, take 2. Oops.
So now you can bring the temperature back down.
It's kind of like a flash fry, right?
Basically. What happens when you're frying is you bring the temperature up to the right to around 375, but what happens is the moment that you drop your product in, it will make the temperature of the fry pan drop a good bit. So it's important that just before you add any of your product, turn it up on high, just to make sure it's nice and ready to take the drop in temperature and get it back up there.